Another common method is size. Size is very similar as print. Matter of fact, we will create here a method called size, which basically will print or return the size of the list. We have an implement at this point. So let us go back to my linked list and define the method size. Size will return an int. It's called size and shall not take any parameters as the public method. That is the interface. But internally, we're going to return size. Again, we will provide our first as the actual value that we'll take as a parameter. Privately, we'll have the same output, int size. This time we'll take a value n as a parameter. Very similar as the one that we declare on print. We're going to do the same thing. This time, since we're claiming an integer, might as well create here a value size and return it at the end. The only thing we have to do is to make this condition. As long as the n value is not null, the only thing we're going to do is we're going to increment that size by 1. That means that we process one element. We only need to update n.next by the next value. Let's save, compile, and run this program. As you can see, the size is 4. That only means one thing, that we count the value. And indeed, 1, 2, 3, 4 are the values that we add. Let's go back to the implementation of size and let's transform this implementation in recursive version. I'm going to duplicate this method. There's multiple ways to do this. Remember that local variables are not allowed in recursive. We can create a case here when we say as long as n doesn't hit the null, what we can do, since we're claiming that we're going to return a value, we're going to return one element for every element that we visit. We're going to call ourselves a size. Next time, will contain the value n.next. If we get out of this statement, that only means that there's nothing to count. We still have to do the return value. And because this if statement will keep adding one element for each activation record that we have or we process, that only means that when we get out of the if statement, there's nothing else to add. Notice that this program, I didn't change the texture. It remains the same. I'm just changing the implementation of the actual size method. Let's compile and run this program. Same output.